Hi, I'm Wolf, and welcome back to Trine Part 12, or, for those of you that know it as the other title, the alternative title. I bought these games because of Minesweeper, the Trine part of it, the Trine sub-series, or the Trine saga, because, well, there were multiple games that were bought because of Minesweeper. Now, for anyone that's new and you're wondering, what's up with that alternative title? What's he talking about? Well, it's pretty much self-explanatory, but condensing it down, making it easy to understand for you. I made a video playing some Minesweeper. It's a long story. I made a video, and well, one thing led to another, and before I knew it, there I was buying a bunch of games which are a bit on the older side as a result of that Minesweeper video. And well, Trine is one of those games that I bought. And well, sub-series, Trine Saga, yeah, it's a piece of a much bigger pie. It's just a slice of a very big, yeah. If you'd like to maybe get a bit more familiarized, caught up, go a bit more in-depth, find out how we got here, what's going on, I'll have some links in the description of the video, which should help you get up to speed. It'll point you in the right direction for the main parts of it. Yeah, so I'll have a link to the Minesweeper video. I'll have a link to the video titled I Bought These Games Because of Minesweeper. There's a video titled, a specific video. And I will also have a link to the Trine playlist, which is all of the Trine videos. So those will be in the description, and you can go check those out if you'd like to get caught up to where we're at now. Find out a bit more of the backstory, or yeah. So Trine Part 12. Part 12. Part 11 was interesting, wasn't it? I mean, all of these videos have been interesting in their own right, but the reason why I say Part 11 was interesting is because I felt during the gameplay of Part 11 past the intro, I sort of said things that I would normally say in the intro. I said that during the gameplay itself. So, because of that, I think Part 11 was quite interesting. Now imagine if someone who doesn't watch past the intro, I don't know, maybe there are people that don't watch past the intro. Imagine if they're like, wait a minute, what? What does he mean? He said things that he would normally say in the intro during the game, past the intro. Yeah. It was an interesting video. That one was in its own right. It was interesting. And well, maybe I said a little too much. I spoke a little too freely. Saying as much as I did. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't really see too many comments on what it was that I said during the gameplay, though. It wasn't touched on all that much. So, I don't know what people's thoughts were on that. If they were paying attention, if they heard them, I don't know. But, anyway, there are a few things that I'd like to talk about, because as I was going through it, some comments did come to mind. A few things came to mind, actually, as I was mentioning those outside things. And, well, I can't fit all of it into an intro without it getting too long, so we'll just mention a few things, because there are also some other things I want to mention, such as the next game we're going to play, and yeah. Anyway, first, let me mention one of the comments that is at the top of my mind right now, top of my head. there was a comment I had received a while back, and this comment, I thought it was a nice comment. It was kind of wholesome. Yeah, this comment said something along the lines of, I have your videos playing in the background as I'm working throughout the day, and it's sort of like I have a friend in the room with me, playing besides me as I'm working. Yeah, I received that comment a while back. It was just to me, and I may be not saying it exactly how it was written, whoever left that comment. It was a few months ago, and I'm going off the top of my head, so yeah. I thought that was a nice comment. It was kind of wholesome in a way, I think. Is it like that for anyone else? I think I've seen some other comments that have had a similar sort of, I guess we could say, tone to them. Not exactly like that one, but they've had a similar mood and or tone to it. Yeah. Does anyone feel that? Does anyone do that? They have it on as they're doing things, and that's kind of a whole. Do you think that's a wholesome comment? It was a nice comment, I think. Yeah. So that is one of the things. There was another one. There were a few. I don't remember all of them off the top. I actually wrote them down one day. I wrote them down, and would you believe that, well, the place where I wrote them down, this might be a little embarrassing. So, one day I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and write down the things that I want to mention in the upcoming intros, because there were so many things in this part 11 that I said I would mention, that I would talk about in a future intro. And well, there were too many for me to just remember and store in my mind. So what I did was, I grabbed the nearest thing next to me, which was, I was on my computer at the time, and it was the internet browser, the address bar. That's why I wrote this down. Now, writing things in your internet address bar on your browser, that's not a good place to write things down, because you can't save it. I mean, I guess you could press enter and it'll do a search of what it is that you wrote, and then you could bookmark that. That's overcomplicated. But I didn't do any of that, okay? I just wrote it there, and well, I guess I closed the browser. My list of things that I was going to mention got deleted when I closed the browser without save. I should have written it in like a notepad, in Notepad on your computer. There's a program called Notepad. Maybe I should have written it. Do people know what I don't know if people still use Notepad. That's a very basic thing that you can write in on computers. Yeah, I probably should have saved it to a Notepad file or something, or written it down with pen and paper, but I didn't do that, and it got deleted, and now I have to go off memory. So, only mentioning a few, and the ones that are at the top. I can't believe I did that. Who does that? Why? Kind of embarrassing, isn't it? Oh boy, who writes things down? I made a little memo in the address bar of. Oh boy, who does that? This is kind of embarrassing. Well, hey, I have a story to tell you now about it, huh? I don't know if it's funny or not. It's obviously awkward for me. It's like, oh, look at what I did. Oh, kind of embarrassing. Anyway, that's one comment, little story there, and another comment. There was there are too many things to fit into the intro and while keeping it a reasonable length. So I need to be selective of what else I mention here. So one thing I really want to mention is something that I came across recently. Now, in the previous intro, I shared a quote with you, a quote that came to mind based on that situation that we talked about previously. There were like 2 or 3 videos that I went over this in, so if anyone's new, there's no way to really get you caught up on this. Previous intro, maybe the previous 2, and there's a 3rd video. There's something I've been touching on. But basically, in my last video, I mentioned a quote. I said I was reminded of this quote because of a certain situation that happened, and the quote was, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." That's the quote that I mentioned. And the reason why I want to revisit this quote is because I saw something recently that it reminded me of this quote. Actually, I saw this quote word for word. I was on YouTube checking something out, and I scrolled down to the comments of the video that I was watching, and I saw that quote there. And isn't that an interesting quote to see, considering I had mentioned it myself not all that long ago in my own video? Interesting to see it where I saw it. And while in the previous intro I did mention certain things, the word righteousness comes to mind. And things aligning a certain way. So the comment that I saw, I'll read the comment to you. I saved it, I screenshotted it. I didn't save it in the browser address bar for the browser. I screenshotted it. Yeah. So here's what their comments said. Their comments said, "A good quote I heard recently went, 'You can do all the good in the world, but the world needs all the good you can do.' A nihilistic perspective like, 'Why should I do good if others don't?' is the exact reason that evil is as pervasive as it is." He didn't write the word, well, they didn't write the word is, but that's the exact, a nihilistic perspective like, "Why should I do good if others don't?" is the exact reason that evil is as pervasive as it is. And then he goes on to say, "The only way evil can win is if good men do nothing." That is a truth in this life. Isn't that an interesting comment to come across? I think it's an interesting comment to come across. Again, especially since I had just mentioned a quote, the quote, it's not the entire quote, but it's part of it. "The only way evil can win is if good men do nothing." It's worded a little differently, but it is my quote that I mentioned I had heard previously that came to mind because of that situation. And, well, this isn't a comment that you would normally the kind of a comment that you'd expect as you're just going through YouTube randomly, is it now? No, this is very specific, a comment like this. And for anyone that maybe you don't know the word of nihilistic, it means there's no meaning behind life. That's what that means. So when he says a nihilistic perspective, he means you're a person that feels like there's no deeper meaning towards life. There's no greater meaning. So a nihilistic perspective, like why should I do good if others don't, is the exact reason why that evil is as pervasive as it is. Now, if you're wondering what kind of a video was I watching to come across a comment like this, it was a video about integrity. It sort of touched on the topic of integrity. Now, do you need to know the meaning of integrity? I feel that like that may be a word that might be lost in modern day society, our society, the world. Integrity. That's probably a word a lot of people don't hear all too often, come across all too often. Integrity. So, you know what I'll do? I'll tell you what the definition of it is in the dictionary. So, I have a phone here, and I just pulled it up on the screen. So, the definition of integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. And the example of it being used in a sentence is, he is known to be a man of integrity. And they also have words that are similar to it listed below. Those words are honesty, uprightness, honor, ethics, morals, righteousness. Did you watch the last video past the intro? Righteousness. Morality, virtue, decency, fairness, sincerity, truthfulness, trustworthiness. And then, listed beneath that, it says opposite, and there is only one word: dishonesty. Yeah. So that's something that I came across, and I just wanted to share that with you. Anyway, I'm not keeping track of how long the intro has been thus far, so yeah, we'll just cut it at that and we'll continue. So there is still things that I want to mention though, because this is part 12, we are nearing the end of Trine, so let me go ahead and mention that. The next game, I've been doing that unofficial poll for the next game in the comments, and I think I'm going to go with Firewatch for the next game. That's the only game I've been seeing people mention in the comments. They've been commenting about. So I think we'll go with Firewatch, and I would like to have the next game in mind, so feel free to put some comments down below if you have a preference as to what you'd like to see for the game after Firewatch. I don't know exactly how long Firewatch is, but I believe all of these games are relatively short. Like Trine, we're nearing the end of it. I think maybe at most we have maybe 4 parts left at most. I can't really see there being much more, so we're really close to the end of Trine. Because according to the story, there are 3 artifacts, and we're on our way to find the 3rd one right now. We'll probably find it in this part or the next part, and then maybe 1 or 2 parts to wrap the story up. So we're nearing the end of Trine. After that will be Firewatch, and then after Firewatch, I'll be keeping an eye in the comments and using that to help me make a decision, those comments. So a quick refresher as to what the games are. The games we have left on the list are, there's Trine, there are Trine 2, Trine 3. So there's Trine, there is Degrees of Separation, there's Portal, and I think there's 2 or 3 more. I can't recall off the top of my head what there's one where you're a yarn character. I can't recall the name of that game. You're playing as this little character made out of yarn, and having a little bit of trouble recalling the other. I think there are 2 more or so. Oh, there was Little Nightmares as well, wasn't there? Yeah, that's one I added afterwards, though. Limbo. I think Limbo might be. Limbo. So that's about 6, 7. Yeah. And I did mention I wanted to add some games to the list. Well, the game I was thinking of adding was Sonic, the Sonic series, but apparently there are a lot of Sonic games. I didn't realize how many Sonic games there are. There are a ton of them. I only thought there were like 4 or 5, maybe 6 at most, but there are so many Sonic games. There are like 10 plus. That's what I was thinking of adding when I said last time there was something, or a lot of Sonic games, and I don't know how I would get all of those, because I don't know if I have the platforms that they're on. Yeah, the first few would be, I think those would be easy because that's on pretty much everything Sonic 1, 2, and 3 from the Sega Genesis, and then maybe 1 or 2. I didn't realize there were so many Sonic, there's a lot of Sonic games. You know, that's what I was thinking of possibly adding to the list, but let's not do that let's not get into that. We'll see what happens, how things go. Yeah. So, I think that, and also, let me not forget to mention, if you enjoy my content, my videos, what it is that I do on the internet, what it is that I make, and you would like to support monthly, or you can do a one-time tip as well, I do have a link in the description where you can go and you can do that. You can choose to support monthly or with a one-time tip to help make it so that these videos are, well, these videos do take time to make. They're rather long, and they take quite a bit of time to make. You know, So if you'd like to support, you enjoy these, and you'd like to see more of it, help support the cause, I guess you could, making videos. In the description, there's some things there you can check out. I have a PayPal link. You can support one time or monthly. I do also have a join button, which allows you to become a channel member. You can become a channel member for $1 currently. That's what I have it set to. I think I might make another level to that, or maybe I don't know. Anyway, Trine Part 12.
As our heroes looked west, they could see darkness. Where nothing had been before, there now stood a dark tower, black even against the evening sky. An evil tower. Our heroes understood what they must do. The only way to purge the land of corruption and raise the Black Tower to the ground was to bring the Trine and the other artifacts together. However, for the power to work, the hearts of our heroes must be pure. Despite ever-present danger, our heroes could not help but marvel at the beautiful village. How could anything this beautiful endure so close to the evil tower? Abandoned, there was no one to welcome them.
A village! We must save the people!
They're not here anymore. There's no one to save.
Save village or crush bones? It don't matter. Let me go first.
You must be pure. Pure of heart. Yeah. So, I have to wonder, we only have the Trine. We don't have the two other artifacts because they were stolen, I believe. Right? That's what they said. Or did we pick those up along the way? Because we've been looking for them. I don't think we picked them up. I didn't see them mention that we found them and we picked them up. It just said we were searching for them and we were going to find them. Yeah. So the three artifacts, we need to bring them together, and only someone who is pure of heart can do that. But we don't have the two. We only have the Trine. So I've got to wonder how this is going to wrap. Maybe we'll find the second and third one together. Well, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Yeah. Because if we did find the artifacts and we picked them up, I don't think it mentioned that, the second one. I believe we're searching for the... Did we pick it? I don't think we did. I don't believe they mentioned us picking them up, and... Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how this wraps up. I wonder if this might be the last one. Well, we'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Also, this area looks pretty cool. They said there's a village and it's abandoned. A village in the trees. It's like built into the trees. Oh, hey there. I don't think this will be the last one. Oh, there's one of the... I didn't even notice him. He's just down there with his with his shield. Oh, and there's a chest over here. Let's grab that. Alley-oop. Can he get up here? Oh, what's that? Wolfgang music box. What is that? increases the maximum number of boxes the wizard can have active at the same time by 2. Wait a minute. Increases it by 2. That's a lot. That's a lot. It increases it by 2. Wait a minute. Did I read that right? Yeah. So now the wizard can have... Well, we didn't level it up, but there is an item that we have that allows an extra box if we put that on him. We have it on her though, so that she could shoot 2 arrows rather than 1. That only benefits the wizard, it seems. So I think that, and it also stacks, it says stacks with the blue master stone. And that's the blue master stone. Okay, so we need to make some room on the wizard for that. We have so many items. There are so many. Let's see, how... what are we going to move for that? Increase maximum health by 10 for the knight. Increase maximum number of planks by 1. I think we'll put this onto the knight for now, and we'll swap it with the box for the okay, yeah, I think that's good for now. Everything on the wizard, for the most part, is for mana, or that being for health right there. So I think we're good. We'll leave it like this for now. I think this works. Perfect. Okay. And we have him down there. He can't jump up here. That would have been... So imagine if they gave him the ability to jump all the way up. That would have been something, wouldn't it? Because that's way too high. If they gave him the ability to jump that high, that's just unfair. I think that would be a little unfair. Alright, we got him to drop his shield. And there we go. Hit him with perfect. All of those shots were perfect. Okay. The background's really nice, isn't it? The artwork? So nice. Oh, it's safe. The spikes. I didn't realize the spikes didn't cover the entire area, just that little portion over there. You know, ever since you can step on their head to push them down. Alright, we got the 2 of them there. What was I gonna say? Ever since we got the thing... Oh, one more. Here comes more trouble. Are you coming down? Are you going up? Got him to drop the shield. And there we go. They're getting tougher. They have the armor and the shields now. They're making the enemies really tough now. But we have our double arrow. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, ever since I got the item to fire 2 arrows at once, we've been using the rogue a lot. Our resident rogue. Our Robin Hood. Can the wizard move that? Oh, he can. Okay. So, how are we gonna do this? That one looks really big. Okay, so he can lift it Can we get it? Because we want to put this, I think, under. Well, now that we can create 2 boxes, maybe the boxes will be enough weight. Oh, 1 box isn't enough. What about 2? That is not a box. There we go. Is that enough to weigh it down? Work as a counterbalance? And maybe we can... Okay, that works. That worked. Wait a minute, how are there 3 boxes? I never upgraded the boxes. How do we have 3? Oh, that's right. By 2. By 2. Okay, I had a moment there. By 2. Increases the maximum by 2. By 2. Okay. I don't know what happened there. My brain just... it had a moment. How do we have 3 boxes? You know how you have 3 boxes. See, I read it and it registered, but for some reason my mind was like, you know what, I'm only going to register it as 1. Even though I heard what you said. I knew you said 2. I stored it as 2, but I'm going to change it to 1 right now. I don't know what that was. Or maybe I do. I want to get up there because I think there could possibly be something up there. I'm not sure, but there has to be a reason for this platform right here, I think. So that this being like this prevents us from swinging. It's in the way. I can't get the proper momentum. So bring that down. Get rid of that. And we'll put that over there. And then we can jump up, and I think we'll be able to swing a little better now. Yeah, we've got some space there to get some momentum, a decent amount, and okay, that's not as easy as I thought it would be. Maybe there isn't anything there. Oh, wait a minute, the wizard. We have a workaround. Let's not forget about these floating platforms, eh? Okay, so we're gonna jump and... There's nothing up there. You couldn't land... I thought you could land on it. It looked like a ledge, but it wasn't a ledge. It was not a ledge. Oh boy. Here comes trouble. They have shields and armor, making them tougher. It's nice that they're keeping the difficulty though, because we're getting stronger and they've made them stronger as well. It's nice that we're not just like completely breezing. You know, I think it's pretty nice when games do that as you get further. And here they come. Only one, or there's more than one, right? There's always more than one. It seems like there's usually more than one. Okay, there's an item down there. Okay, let's not go down into the purple. That's no good. That is surely no good. Oh, and I was gonna mention what it was about the thing back there, wasn't I? And how I had done that. I had done it previously, something similar, where I knew what happened, but I seemed to not remember it right in the moment. For just a brief moment, I didn't remember things right. And I could talk about this in its own video. This is something that I think is quite interesting. So something interesting about the brain is that it likes taking shortcuts. Even though taking shortcuts sometimes, it's not a good thing to do. It's not the best idea, because if you take a shortcut and you make a mistake, well, what if you don't catch the mistake? You're going to be going forward with the mistake, and you're going to believe that as the story, the truth from then on. You have to be extremely aware when your brain is doing that. And in this case, what my brain did was it was trying to take a shortcut. It knew that I had the other item, which only allows me one extra thing, and because it knew I had that, it decided to take a shortcut in storing the information in my brain. It's like, I'm only going to store this as 1 because of that other item. Even though he read that it says 2, he knows that it says 2, I'm going to store it as only 1 because it's easier to do. It doesn't look at it and say it's wrong. It says it's easier to do, so because it's easier to do, that's what I'm going to do. Even though when I access it next time, he accesses it, it'll be wrong, I'm still storing it as 1 right now. And that's exactly what happened. My brain decided to store it as 1. But I caught that. Because, well, the brain likes taking shortcuts. And sometimes you have to overpower it. You have to stop it. You have to be like, no, that's wrong. And that's exactly what I did. That was why I was able to recall, and I was like, it should be 2. You should have saved it as 2, but you saved it as 1. Your brain does that with so many things. It tries to take shortcuts wherever it can, because your brain uses a lot of energy, and it's trying to conserve on energy, use as little energy as possible. Or sometimes it tries to protect you, and that's something else though. It's similar, but it's something else. In this case, my brain was trying to conserve energy, and because it was trying to conserve energy, it stored it as 1. When it shouldn't have done that. It should have stored it as 2. I hope a boss isn't... It feels like they're locking me off from going back. Yeah, so that's what happened there. And your brain does that a lot. It does that without you intentionally doing it, without you trying to do it. And in order to... There are a lot of them here. Oh boy, got a mini army coming after me here. They were just waiting, huh? And him, of course. Wow, perfect shot. Perfect shot. Yeah. So, to stop your brain from doing that, you have to overpower it, basically. And when you overpower, you end up using even you basically force it to use more energy. It's kind of funny, because it's trying to save and conserve on energy, and well, because it saved the wrong thing, how it conserved, you're using more energy now in total to rewrite it entirely and be like, no, why did you do that? You're wrong. Please don't do that. I need to correct this. The brain is such an interesting thing. It's fascinating, the things it does. Yeah, so if you're ever remembering something wrong and you're like, wait a minute, why am I remembering that wrong? It's because your brain is doing what it does best, what it's meant to do. It's meant to try being as efficient as possible, while also, oh boy, there's another one. Oh, it only took the one to get him. Both of them. I guess both arrows hit him. Okay. Our brains are such interesting things. The things they do. But sometimes it's a bit too overprotective, on guard, tries to conserve too much energy, and well, mistakes happen when it does that. We have a tendency to make mistakes, misinterpret things, think wrongly about things, maybe misunderstand. Yeah. Okay, please stop. Stop twisting, because I'm going to end up jumping into the spikes if we can't get it to stop. I want to make a second box. I'll put it there. And oh, wait a minute. What if we just... Well, that works. That worked perfectly. And we have that up there. I think you can hit that down. What if we try pushing it down? It seemed to move. Get some leverage. And up. There we go. There's nothing else up there, so we can go down after it. Did that make sense? The thing I told. Something is... It's a spider. We got him. Something was throwing something at me. Acid. Or poison. Oh, a lot of experience down here. And we have a chest. What's in the chest? Da 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 da. A gem of resurrection. How does that work? Where did it go? Gem of... Where did it go? Necklace of power. Did the item just completely... Oh no, there it is. I was like, wait a minute, shouldn't it be at the bottom? No, it put it over here for some reason. Allows the bearer the ability to resurrect... Hey, and that's a permanent item too. You can resurrect once per... That's a pretty cool item. I thought it would have been a one-time use kind of item, but you can use it once per level. That's not a one-time use. I mean one time per level, but I thought just one use period and that would have been it. That's pretty cool. You know what, I'll leave it on her because I think she is most likely the one to need it. So we'll leave it on her. We will leave it on her for now. And that thing I was saying about the brain, hopefully that's easy to understand. The way that I explained it. Funny things are we would have used it right there, wouldn't we? Yes, we would have. Okay, let's not do that again. That we did not need to make such a risky attempt to get back across. We could just do that, and there we go. Our floating platform to the rescue. Oh. Gem of Resurrection, huh? Are we gonna end up using it? No, we don't need to. We have our orb up there, our checkpoint, so he'll come back. We don't need to. That is kind of funny though, the platform. I didn't realize it was one of the moving platforms. The trapdoor ones. Okay, so we gotta be quick, and there we go. Uh-oh. Looks like we've got trouble. Big trouble. And there's poison down there. Oh boy. We're okay. Oh, hey, and we got him to fall. Awesome. Oh man, all that experience from battling creatures like him before. We're getting really good at that now. That went so smoothly. I can't believe how smoothly that went. That went so smoothly. We got him. And it felt like we were doing a ton of damage. How were we doing so much damage? Previously, I don't know if they're getting stronger or... We were doing a ton of damage to him. Were both arrows hitting? It felt like the knight was doing more damage as well. I don't know how we were doing so much, but hey, we got him. Oh boy. That one was something, wasn't it? That one was definitely something. We had the poison down there, and... So what are we supposed to do if there's the poison down there? How do we go forward? Do we have to make boxes so that... I guess we can make boxes and jump on top of them. Yeah, I guess this is what we have to do. And it's not too deep, so... That's good. I don't know how we'd get across if it were... Imagine if it was super deep. Okay, and we'll put this here and that there. There we go. And we're good. Awesome. I think back there would have been the perfect time to say it's possibly all ogre. Because over ogre. Yeah. Anyway, we'll just keep going on forward now. That would have been the perfect timing for that, though. Alright, we have our checkpoint here. Oh, and there's some stuff up there. Along with the golden light, huh? I think she can... Maybe some fire arrows? Fire arrows to the rescue. And we have that light there, that golden light coming down, huh? Yeah. Need to make a sound with that. Oh, to go along with the light being there like that. Oh, gotta make the sound. Especially when you consider the things that I've been mentioning and from the oh, that spider looks mean. Why does that spider look so mean? It looks scary, that spider. Well, somehow he... I don't know what happened. He died, though. The platform, something... Maybe I shot... Did I hit him with an... I don't think I hit him. Or maybe I did. I mean, I am firing 2 arrows. Maybe I did hit him. Or it could have been the platform when it released, it hit him and it did some damage. And that's what took him down. I'm not sure what it was that happened exactly, but I'll take it. Maybe I'll get a glimpse of it again. I'll get a glimpse of it again in editing and I'll know exactly what happened. Oh boy. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. We're not okay. Right as I said, we're okay. We're not okay. There's another spider. Oh boy. Okay, we got him. And there's the light again. Alright, we're gonna jump. And they're not making this easy for us, are they? Can we cross that gap, or are we gonna need a floating platform from... I think we might need a floating. Or that works too. Then we'll jump across. Swap to the warrior to push those up. And... oh boy. How are we gonna do this? I think I see a way that I can make this work, but... oh no. We gotta switch to him really quickly, and... I don't know if... no, it didn't make it. I'm trying to put a platform there, and I'm hoping it'll... oh boy, what is this? This is tough. Okay, we're okay. We can stand on this. Perfect. Well, if I move this to the right a little bit, I think we can fit in there. Not quite, I wonder if I could maybe fit a... I can't make something, can I? No, there's not enough space. Not trying to make a floating plat. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna jump onto that. And then we're gonna push this over. Well, that kind of works. It bounces. It bounces. Oh boy, how are... oh no, that's not good. Wait a minute, this isn't moving at all here. This... We're not in range of... Oh, wait a minute, maybe I can put this up here to... Oh boy. That is not working out. This is a tough one here. If I could get up there, I think that would be perfect. Let's see if I can. We're trying to get up there, but it's not easy. Or that works. Alright, here we go. We finally got it. Oh boy, we have such a small, cramped space here, and that's what makes it so hard. They put these wheels right here, and there's the poison thing at the bottom, and the they're making it really tough now. This one was tough. Oh, and I thought I didn't realize the platform was connected. The board. I thought I could move it completely to another yeah, it's connected to the ground there. Okay. So now we'll just put this here and jump up. There we go. Oh boy, that little bit down there, that was tough. That was tough. Definitely a tough one. And hey, we're above ground now. I'm glad to see I'm glad to see daylight. Or, well, it's nighttime, so night light, I mean sky. I'm glad to see daylight. I'm gonna stick with daylight. You know what I mean. I can see the sky again. Yeah. Rather than the poison in those wheels and spite. Oh boy. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go up though... No, there's nothing else there. Nothing else. I was concerned that there might be something hidden in the corner, but it doesn't look like there is. Hey there, Mr. Skeleton. It's nice to well... Is it nice to see someone trying to attack? Maybe not. It's nice to be out of there. Out of that area. It looks like they're throwing a party for us here, aren't they? Oh boy. They were just lying in wait here. And they have a campfire even. 2 campfires. I wonder if they were roasting marshmallows. Has anyone ever done that? Roasted marshmallows over a fire? I've never done that, so I don't know what that's like. I've always seen that though in movies and shows. Roasting marshmallows and making s'mores. I've always seen, I've never done that. And then they kind of burn the marshmallows a little bit. Oh, this is a mechanism for the door. But do we even need to open the door? I don't think we really do, because we can just go up and over. Yeah, we can just go up and over. Oh, it's a... Oh, I thought it was gonna do the trapdoor thing. Oh, this is interesting. I wonder why they have this here. Is there something at the top possibly? There may be. Let's see if we can maybe build enough momentum to get it to go all the way around. We cannot. Oh, wait a minute. But we can grapple on to that, and I think I was gonna say alley-oop. Huh. You know, that's really interesting how they did, because it looks like you could maybe walk on the entire thing, but you can't. It's only that little piece there, because the rest of it is in the background. See, if you walk forward, you fall. That's an interesting art decision they made there. Yeah, you can only walk on the front piece, but it looks like it's connected to the hole in the back. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's see here. We're going to alley-oop. Perfect. That worked out perfectly. Oh, and we've got an archer over there. Trying to surprise me with the arrow. The surprise arrow. And we're gonna make a box. That's not... Oh, I see another one up there. They always have perfect aim, those archers. Their aim is so good. Alright, we're gonna make one of these. For a minute there, it looked like I made a floating platform. I noticed that I wasn't trying to make a floating platform. And I see one down there. We'll get him. He's on one of those, another one of these rotating ones. Okay, we're gonna do that, and alley-oop. Oh, we've got more than one of them here, huh? Really, I dropped and he got me right. Oh boy, this is not a nice spot to be in. There's so many. That's not a nice spot at all. One of them teleporting in, and oh boy, that's not a nice spot to be in at all. Whoever made that that is a mean one. A mean little area here. Oh boy. Okay, and we need to get the experience over. Oh boy. There are so many of them. Stay down there. The weight that's holding him down. Oh. Oh man, what did they do here? They're giving us a lot of trouble. So many archers. So many of them. That is like a death trap, basically. So many of these archers there. You'll notice there might be a bit of a jump cut here, and that's because I had to stop recording the neighbors. They were being a bit loud, so I had to stop recording, and here I am again now, picking up from where I left off at. Yeah. Also, I ended up having to watch the beginning, the intro to the level again, where they explain things, what's happened and where we are. I watched that, I cut it out. And as I was listening to that play again, I thought to myself that the Dark Tower, for some reason it reminds me just a little bit of a certain Rings movie. The Dark Tower. in the middle of nowhere. We have to go to the Dark Tower because that's where the evil is. The Eye of... Yeah. Some of you might be able to guess what it is that I'm talking about. Gandalf, that I'm referencing there. Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't notice that the first time around. But this time, the second time that I listened to the intro, I noticed that bit. I was more caught up on what happened to the other two artifacts. The fact that we haven't found those, even though we've been going after them. Yeah, we have the Trine and we need the other two. So, anyway, we'll see what ends up happening, and we're gonna check out this Dark Tower when we get to it. I think both of them might be the second and third artifact will be at the Dark Tower, most likely. Oh, an elevator. We're going down. Is that water or is that... I think it's water. And there's this giant spider web here. I was expecting there to be a spider, but no spider it seems. I guess he went out to lunch. He's on break. Or maybe he's over here somewhere. Oh, here they come. Trouble. Oh, and one behind me. Oh boy. Is he using him as a ladder? A step stool? Oh. Here comes trouble. We're just lying in wait with this ambush here. They're coming at us from everywhere, from behind, underneath, over to the right, up above. They're coming at us from every direction. Now this is a tricky area, because there's so many things that are moving, so many platforms. We got them. And I think I saw an arrow come from the left side as well. I don't know where that one is. Was there an arrow or was that just in my... It might have been in my... Let's see here. There is a switch up there. Well, we can build momentum like this. And we will go up with that one. If I can... Can't seem to grab onto the right. There we go. Perfect. And now we'll grab onto this one and we'll go up with it. There we... Okay, it worked out. It worked out. Not exactly what I had planned, but it worked out. And now we just jump across and we'll grab the experience over there. Perfect. And our door is now open, so we're good to go. I don't think there was anything that I missed. There's something about this area. It feels like the perfect place to have a hidden room or something like that. This is the perfect place for a hidden room. But I don't think there are any hidden rooms here. Oh, we're almost We're almost at the Dark Tower. And would you look at that? There we are now. We're at the end of the level. I said at the beginning that I think we're getting pretty close to the ending. 1, 2, 3. We just have a few more, and then that's it. That's going to be the end. And well, if the next level is the Dark Tower, then I think maybe 2 more. The Dark Tower, and then the final one, which might be a boss battle and some kind of a wrap-up to the story or something like that. Or maybe there'll be 3. Because, again, we do still have to get the second and third artifact. And I'm guessing both of the artifacts will be in the tower. So, we're getting close to the ending now. But here we are at the end of this one. So, that is going to be it for this one. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you can leave a like. And if you're new around here, maybe consider a sub to the channel as well, so you can come back again sometime. I'm Wolf, and until next time.